it looks like 50's attention has shifted from simply Puffy to Jay-Z, all right? Shifted to Jay-Z as well. You got Jay-Z on a milk carton right now, right? 50 Cent, anybody seen Jay? Puff said Puff said the ninja ain't answering his phone. He's letting it be known that Diddy's losing his friends. But 50 doesn't do anything without some kind of, a little bit in the background, a little backstory to it. Maybe that's what 50's talking about, the stuff that Jaguar Wright's been talking about. But he's still on the Puff situation, but he's brought Jay-Z into the mix, right? He's got him missing on the back of a milk carton, man, carnation milk, man. Right? He got Jay out there bad. And then Fifth moved on to 50 Cent said, here is Jay-Z. Last reported, seen waving at Puffy's jet. All right? All right, do we think that Jay was out there giving him the wave? Don't go. Diddy, set the precedent. Stand tall. Don't let these people tear you down, all right? Bye, Diddy. See you later. Exclusive, Rolling Stone, exclusive. A 25-year-old man accused of being Sean Combs' rug mule was arrested on Monday on brocaine and marijuanita possession charges. The arrest occurred around the same time law enforcement raided Combs' home. 50 said, wait, rug mule? What the F is going on here, man? Damn. Who knows? Maybe that mule was the key to this whole thing. Some are speculating that it's Cassie. I heard a couple of people speak on it. I heard Whack 100 speak on it with academics. I heard Myron speak on it with academics. Myron, a former Fed who believes he saw somebody he knows during the raid on Puff. Myron, the former Fed, said, listen, there's no way they didn't talk to Cassie. There's somebody that has an allegation from 1991, and Whack 100 said, I'll tell you what, the person giving the information isn't that person from 1991 because the person that gave this information knows about these houses, these new houses that Puff got. And he said that, that's a Cassie situation. So I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, if the feds didn't talk to Cassie, but who knows if this rug mule, something he did. I mean, sometimes you're at the whim of your associates. You know what I'm saying? You hang out with the wrong people. You got the wrong people around you working for you. Something they do can accidentally trigger a firestorm on your ass, So who knows if that's what happened. Look at this character right here. Diddy's alleged mule. Arrested on rug charges during federal agent run-in. Look at this piece of work right here. Right? This guy could have been the catalyst of all of this mess. What do we know? We don't know. We don't have the slightest clue. Diddy's alleged mule arrested on rug charges during federal agent run-in. 50 Cent, what the F was he doing with this fool? Look at this guy right here. He intentionally put those lines in his eyebrow. Think he felt better about himself after that. He should have took that same clippers to his head and dealt with that mess. Diddy got himself in bed, all pun intended, with this guy. So we're going to look for articles and see if we can find out this guy's connection and how they ran up on him yesterday. Was he with the group of people that were stopped by the feds with Diddy yesterday at the airport? So they didn't arrest Diddy. I don't know what they did. We're going to look into it. I haven't read any of the articles and stuff like that. I'm going to do that with y'all. But they didn't arrest Diddy at that moment. I'm sure they're still scrubbing through hard drives and jump drives and all kind of shit from his house. All right, but I don't know what he was doing with this dude, but this guy got he got weirdo connections written all over his face. Then we got this here.
They almost got us, man. They almost got us. Almost. I was this close. Hey, I was going to get some tea. I looked out the blind. Yeah. I see them coming. Man, I threw on anything I could find. That's why I got on this. I ran so fast. I ran past my son when they was asleep. I said, somebody got to live and tell the story. Somebody got to live and tell the story. Don't tell us that. We won't stop. Don't tell us that. We won't stop. They can't catch us. Don't tell us that. We won't stop.
You gonna stop now, bro.
Man, we're going to beat this. You know what I'm saying? Tell Carisha to call me when you talk to him. TD. Yeah, get them two girls right there. Tell them to come to our party later.
50 said Diddy's like the FBI, the DEA, and Homeland couldn't catch me, bitch. All right, so we had Sean Diddy Combs' neighbor claims Diddy brings minors to his house by the busload late at night. This kid could just be a funny kid acting a fool, rolling down the street in his expensive car. Was that a Bentley? But he's rolling down the block. He's over there with the money. You know, he could just be clowning, or he could be telling the truth. Either way, we're going to play it. Here we go.
Tell him stop bringing all the minors over here late at night.
He said, tell him to stop bringing the minors over here late at night.
I live right next to him. He do too much. It be like buses, like big ass buses. You just see all type of shit hop out. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild. I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over there, I just let it be because I don't want to knock on the door.
He said, I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over the fence, I just let it be because I don't want to knock on the door. 50 Cent said, when my basketball go over, I just let it be. Oh, shit. There's a YouTuber claiming it's the Europeans doing it to him, but it's his own camp that filed suits against him. Now, everybody's going to have some kind of out for him. Again, I don't respect nobody's outs for Weinstein. I don't accept nobody's out for Bill Cosby if he did it. If Kels did it, I don't accept nobody's outs for him. A lot of people would say it's the Europeans because he went to war with the liquor company. Yeah, it doesn't have to be some big giant James Bond conspiracy. A couple dollars in the right hands to the right person to get somebody to say the right thing, and it just starts the thread. It's like pulling on a thread. It just tears everything down eventually. Somebody's comment said no balls are safe in that yard. Aside from just the SA allegations, he's been having allegations of not paying, you know, what people deserve from the beginning. And people have been exposing him over the years, over and over and over again. And somehow he pacifies them with money or with just time and you know, letting life tear them down. So Sean Combs accused mule arrested at Miami airport on Brocaine and Marisha Juanita charges. Marisha Juanita. Brendan Paul was arrested on Monday around the same time Homeland Security agents raided 2 of Sean Combs' properties. A 25-year-old man accused in a recent lawsuit of being Sean Combs' rug mule was arrested on Monday on Brocaine and Marisha Juanita possession charges, according to arrest records. I'm going to just say MJ, that's too many syllables. According to arrest records obtained by Rolling Stone. Brendan Paul was taken into custody, taken into custody by Miami-Dade police on Monday afternoon at Opa-locka Airport around 4:30 p.m. So they did get him in that group of people that Puff was with. So it was Puff was with this dude yesterday. Brendan Paul was taken into custody by Miami-Dade police on Monday afternoon at Opa-locka Airport around 4:30 p.m. Police were working alongside Homeland Security agents when the arrest was made, according to the arrest affidavit. All right, little words to the wise, all right? If the feds is looking for you, do not be with your mule at the time that if the feds are looking for you and raiding your houses, all right? Just keep that in mind for the future, all right? Around the same time, dozens of Homeland Security agents and local law enforcement officers descended upon Combs' residence in Miami and Los Angeles as part of a federal ex-trafficking investigation. Led by Homeland Security, the coordinated raids were the first indication of a criminal investigation against Combs after numerous civil lawsuits were filed against the Bad Boy Records executive. It's not clear whether HSI's search is related to any of the allegations raised in the civil lawsuits. A family member of Paul's confirmed he was arrested. A rep for Combs did not immediately reply to a request for comment. It's unclear if Paul's arrest is connected to the wider investigation into Combs or where he was headed at the airport. Combs was confirmed to be in Florida at the time of the raid, according to our NBC sources, and officials reportedly seized his phones before he was scheduled to leave for a trip to the Caribbean. So they're saying they took his phones. That warrant would likely cover his phones. Now, I don't believe he was just walking around at the airport in that video that we saw brooding and talking to himself. He was on a phone. Who knows whose phone that was, or who knows if that was before they got to him. In video footage obtained by TMZ Monday afternoon, Combs can be seen in Miami pacing around outside the airport. Miami police tell Rolling Stone they had no records of Combs being arrested by their department. Paul was recently named in a lawsuit filed by music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones against Combs, in which Jones accused Paul of being Combs' mule. Okay, so that's where they got that from. Allegedly acquiring and distributing Mr. Combs' rugs and guns. A person close to the situation confirmed to Rolling Stone that Paul's mugshot was the same man named in Jones' complaint. Now, I have Jones' complaint, and he went after a lot of people. There's a lot of defendants in that case, all the way up to Lucian Grange. Like, a lot of people were named in that case. Arresting officers claimed Paul had the contraband inside his personal travel bags, and the suspect Brocane was located and tested. Paul was taken to Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center in Miami. He is currently being held on $2,500 bonds for the two charges: Brocane possession and possession of a controlled substance. Wait, what? He was there with Diddy with a bag full of dope? Is that what I'm hearing right here? Wow. Jones' lawsuit was the latest to accuse Combs of SA alongside harassment and not compensating him for work on the Grammy-nominated The Love album. Jones claims he witnessed Paul acquire and distribute rugs to Combs and his associates. Members of the enterprise and their associates procured, transported, and distributed ecstasy, Brocane, GHB, amphetamine, MJ, shroomies, and Tusi. I don't even know what that is. By packing these substances in the carry-on luggage and going through TSA. Damn. Jones claims that he personally witnessed Paul transport or intend to transport illegal substances in his baggage while traveling between Los Angeles, Miami, Virginia, the Caribbean, and London on all three occasions in December 2022, April 2023, and November 2023. In a photo supplied in his lawsuit, Paul is seen holding up what appears to be prescription pill bottles and a black pouch sitting on his lap. Jones claims that the bag was filled with the ecstasy, Brocane, GHB, amphetamine, MJ, shrooms, and Tusi. R&B singer Cassie's bombshell complaint against Combs on November 16 has kicked off a tidal wave of SA allegations against Combs, alleging he subjected her to vicious beatings, ex-trafficking, and grapes. In her 35-page filing that started with the bright red trigger warning, Cassie claimed Combs punched, kicked, and stomped on her and forced her to have rug-fueled intercourse with male ex-workers during arrangements he dubbed freak-offs. In a statement, Combs' lawyer said the lawsuit was a financial shakedown, riddled with baseless and outrageous lies. 1 week later, as New York's Adult Survivors Act was set to expire, two more women stepped forward on Thanksgiving Day with similarly disturbing claims against Combs. The second accuser alleged Combs rugged and SA'd her when she was a Syracuse University student in 1991. The woman claimed Combs filmed the incident and showed the video to others in an act described as revenge porn. Now, remember, Reggie Wright said these guys like to keep their trophies. You know what I'm saying? So it's I'm pretty sure that if that video happened in 1991, unless a hard drive went bad, he got it somewhere. But is he stupid enough to have anything in those hard drives at the crib after all this time? You know, especially being how hot he is. Through a rep, Combs denied the allegation. The last-minute lawsuit is an example of how well-intentioned law can be turned on its head. This 32-year-old story is made up and not credible. Mr. Combs never assaulted her, and she implicates companies that did not exist. This is purely a money grab and nothing more. The third lawsuit was from Liza Gardner, who alleged she was 16 when Combs, a singer-songwriter, Aaron Hall, took turns graping her following an Uptown Records event in 1990. She further claimed that a day later, Combs turned irate and began assaulting and choking her until she almost passed out. because he was worried she might divulge what happened. These are fabricated claims falsely alleging misconduct from over 30 years ago and filed at the time. What are you doing? And filed at the last minute, a Combs spokesperson said of Gardner's lawsuit. This is nothing but a money grab. In early December, a fourth accuser alleged Combs' former Bad Boy president Harve Pierre, a third man, gang raped her at Combs' New York recording studio in 2003 when she was 17 years old. Jesus. Combs has denied any wrongdoing in each case. Still, he steps down from his chairmanship. Yeah, we got to talk about that. Of his Revolt TV media company last year, as more than a dozen companies fled his e-commerce platform. In January, liquor giant Diageo cut him loose in a private settlement under which Combs will no longer be a joint owner of the tequila brand De Leon or have any ties to Ciroc vodka. All right, so he stepped down as the chairman of the board at Revolt, but as of today, from our understanding, from the news that's been out there all day, he has sold all his remaining shares in his own company, Revolt, and he is out of it and has nothing to do with Revolt. In order for that to be a fact today and newspapers be saying that, that's been something to me, if you ask me, that's been in the work for a little while now. You know, he's out of it. The mule got popped yesterday with dope in the bag? That's crazy. Diddy lets go of Revolt TV, still black owned, mysterious mystery buyer. Diddy's no longer associated with Revolt TV in any form or fashion. The company he started in 2013 because it's now completely under new ownership. TMZ has learned. Sources familiar with the deal tell us Diddy recently sold off all of his shares to an interested buyer for an undisclosed sum. But we're told the company remains black-owned, upholding its original connection and dedication to furthering the culture. Like we said, it's unclear what exactly Revolt went for when it was all said and done, but we're told the new boss wishes to remain anonymous for the time being. With that said, our sources say they share a deep passion for black culture and they plan on publicly making a formal introduction in the coming weeks. As you know, Diddy has been inactive with the network since stepping down as chairman last November, and his last order of business was being notified of the sale, which we're told just went through this week. Of course it did. The irony, huh? He didn't have no inside information. He wasn't warned. He cashed out. What are we talking about? I'm sure he had to sell it for cheap, though. Whoever got it, Mystery Man, got it for cheap. We're told it was an amicable deal and everyone's happy. But he's not happy. Per our sources, Revolt CEO DeTavio Samuels and Chief Brand Officer Dion Graham will remain in their current positions and assist the owner while the ink dries on the contract. Another thing, we're told there'll be no major changes to staffing or production for Revolt TV employees. So they didn't just shifted it over. They didn't threw the cartel in somebody else's hands, basically. Our sources say that over time, the new owner will implement their vision, but that for the time being, things will mostly remain the same as the transition occurs. The one thing everyone's wondering, is this news in any way connected to what's been going on with Diddy personally? I wonder. On its face, the two things appear to be unrelated. You think so? As we're told, this had been getting hammered out well before Diddy's properties were raided Monday. Come on, man. Do we have to? I mean, I get it. You're a journalist covering your ass, but do we have to spell it out for you? Diddy's alleged mule, as described in a recent lawsuit, was arrested Monday while Diddy and his crew were stopped by federal law enforcement agents. According to the affidavit obtained by TMZ, 25-year-old Brendan Paul was booked on 2 separate rug charges after the feds intercepted Diddy's plane at the Opa-locka Airport in Miami. Namely, 1 count of possession of suspected brocaine and another possession of MJ candy, both of which are felonies in Florida. Look at y'all. Who are y'all ladies, huh? Is one of y'all undercover? Who's wearing a wire on that team right there? In the paperwork, officers claimed that while they were working in conjunction with Homeland Security and Customs and Border Protection personnel, they came across what they describe as the suspected rugs in Paul's travel bags, which they say he claimed. So here's the problem. If there's an accusation around there, right, and there's a 73-page complaint about you, and it's a complaint that says you have a mule named Brendan Paul You know what I'm saying? How about when your houses are getting raided, you don't get caught with your pants down with the supposed mule, and the supposed mule got some heat in his bag. You know what I'm saying? You're looking real stupid right now. Shout out, and what you running around with this 25-year-old dirtbag for anyway, huh? Because we know what you're doing, diddler. We know what you're doing. The cops go on to say that the suspected narcotics were tested and found to be legit, leading to Paul's arrest. He was booked into jail, but has since bailed out. So yeah, he probably had a little bit, but that's not what matters. What matters is what they put in these sites and in these newspapers. And what they putting in there is that he got popped off with his mule, and his mule had work on him. And somebody gonna turn it into, they had 75 kilos. But where's April at? April's defending him in the comments. We need April to get in here. We love you, April. We're not here to attack you. We just want to understand where you're coming from. And I want to ask you, April, if given proof, if given new information, would you even be willing to change your mind? Or is your heart so invested in Diddy that he can do no wrong in your eyes? I had a gentleman ask me today in the comments, hey, do you know if the twins in their testimony said something about Chapo being into underage girls? And I don't know that. We're going to get to some of that information soon. And then I thought back to, what I've heard other people saying. I saw on the TV show and stuff, they implicated that dude likes young, he's a PDF file, right? So he's like, because I like him. I'm hoping it's a lie because I like him. So he's chosen a side, right? But I asked him, well, will you still like him if you found out, if you got the information, if somebody told you that it was the truth? Now he said no. And I told him, well, you'd be surprised how many people its mind won't change. I know people that are Kanye fanatics to the point where Kanye can kick a bunny down the street. They still gonna love him. Kick a baby off a roof. They still gonna love him. You know what I'm saying? There's no wrong he could do. Those people, I can't have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? That you're living in your own bubble where things are not what they are out here. And you want to holler free Diddy. Oh, this is a setup. And some people are too conspiracied out. That nobody can do no evil. Well, how is it that it's just the people that you love that are not doing no evil? You know what I mean? Stop it. Paul was named in Rodney Jones' explosive complaint against Diddy's 75-page complaint, which identified him as a close confidant of Diddy's, and more importantly, as someone who allegedly handles Diddy's rugs and guns. There are photos of Paul with Diddy included in Rodney's lawsuit. Look at Diddy and his little runner. It's his runner, Brendan. Brendan, you can do my dirty work. Oh, yeah. There's no evidence thus far that rugs allegedly found on Paul were in any way connected to Diddy. Headstone said Diddy supposedly just released a statement on Fox. I happen to just see it. I don't know if it's credible. I'm going to look into it right now. My thing is, where did he go after they popped him at the airplane and took his boy? Here we go. 57 minutes ago. Let's see. Diddy's lawyers issue statement after DHS raid maintaining the rapper's innocence. An attorney for Sean Diddy Combs on Tuesday issued the first public statement about the rapper following Monday's raid by the Department of Homeland Security on his Los Angeles and Miami homes. Aaron Dyer, Combs' attorney, in a statement sent to Business Insider, maintained Combs' innocence and said the search conducted on his property was a gross overuse of military-level force, as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residence. Quote, there is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Listen, bro, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I think that's what they do, right? They go, they put guns to everybody, they snatch them up. And according to Myron, who spoke to academics, that's the way it's done too. They secure the house, they cuff everybody, they make sure everybody's out of there, and then they do their will with the house, whatever they want. Dyer's statement read, Mr. Combs was never detained but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted in any way. No charges have been filed following the search. Reports from the Associated Press and Los Angeles Times, citing law enforcement sources, indicate the search was part of an ex-trafficking investigation. In a statement sent to Business Insider on Monday, a spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security said Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as a part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available. The search came after 5 separate accusers, blah, blah, blah. We know all of that. Ventura and Combs settled their suit within days, but none of the other 4 suits have been settled. There's this unprecedented ambush paired with an advanced, coordinated media presence leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. Dyer's statement continued. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. We're going to have to do the poll again, man. Is April right? Is Puffy innocent? Because his lawyer seems to think we're innocent. We don't care what y'all talking about. Are they going to say this all the way to jail? All the way till they got him in cuffs doing the perp walk? Because the lawyer's standing strong on the fact that this is an ambush and this is all bullshit. And that Homeland Security was out their mind, rushing them the way they rushed them. And how, they had the media involved and everything. All right, a timeline of the mounting ex-misconduct allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. In the lawsuit, this is November 16, 2023, Ventura files the first lawsuit, which is Cassie. She files her first lawsuit. We know what this is. After years in silence and darkness, I'm finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships. Ben Brathman, Combs' lawyer, denied the allegations in a statement to Business Insider and accused Ventura of trying to tarnish Combs' reputation for money. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book. He should have paid her on. If he paid her on Monday, he should have paid her on Sunday. Real talk. Under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Business Insider reported that the Douglas Wigdor, Ventura's lawyer, said Combs offered Ventura an 8-figure sum to prevent her from speaking out before the suit was filed. The next day, the Associated Press reported that Ventura and Combs had settled the suit. Though agreement details were not public, he texted her right away. Why you playing so much? Why you play so much, man? All right? I got 8 figures for you. Stop. High 8 figures. Don't worry. Damn it. Salty. You salty. What's this picture say? November 23rd. 2 more women accused Combs of SA. On the eve of the expiration date for the Adult Survivors Act, 2 more women accused Combs of abuse. All right, we know that. November 28th, the allegations have an impact on Combs' business ventures. Amid the numerous lawsuits, Revolt, a cable television network, announced on Instagram that Combs was stepping down as chairman. Rolling Stone reported on December 3rd that Hulu canceled an upcoming reality show project based on Combs and his family called Diddy Plus 7. Rolling Stone also said 23 brands severed ties with Combs' marketplace for black-owned businesses in Power Global. Bro, he getting gutted. Buddy getting gutted. Here we go. December 6, 2023. A woman accuses Combs and 2 other men of graping her when she was 17 years old. The woman who has also filed the suit anonymously alleged that Combs, his longtime producing partner Harv Pierre, and an unnamed third man trafficked and raped her in 2003 when she was 17 years old, according to prior reporting by Business Insider. The lawsuit said Pierre flew the woman to Combs' studio in New York. That's it right there. They crossed state lines. And they gave her rugs and alcohol until she was too inebriated to consent. While at the studio, Ms. Doe was raped by Mr. Combs, the third assailant, and Mr. Pierre in that order. Whew. The suit says, the suit also included photos of the accuser with her face blurred in the New York studio. The suit also includes photos of the accuser with her face blurred in the New York studio. Yeah, She shouldn't have been there. She shouldn't have been there. They shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been a thing. Combs denies the allegation on Instagram and declared he was going to fight for my name, my family, and my truth, and for the truth. View this post on Instagram. For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character. We read all that. They filed a response lawsuit. Combs' lawyers refuted the allegations and questioned the accuracy of the photographs. Combs never participated in, witnessed, or was or is presently aware of any misconduct, SA or otherwise, relating to the plaintiff in any circumstance whatsoever. Combs' lawyers also said the suit should be thrown out because they believe an amendment to the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Act, which allowed the unnamed woman to sue Combs, is unconstitutional. The 2022 amendment removes the statute of limitations for gender-based violence cases for 2 years, similar to the Adult Survivors Act. Pierre also denied participating in any SA when he filed his defense. Bad Boy Entertainment motioned to dismiss the suit against them, arguing there is no basis and the Gender Motivated Violence Act expands to corporate defendants. All right, so boom. We got that little story. And Tiffany Red, a singer-songwriter, December 7, 2023. Tiffany Red defends Cassie in an open letter published in Rolling Stone. Tiffany Red is a singer-songwriter who became friends with Ventura in 2015 while working together. In December 2023, Red wrote an open letter in Rolling Stones to Combs saying that she saw Combs verbally abusing Ventura after Ventura's 29th birthday party in August 2015. I wonder if they were still together when she was on Empire, because I was there when she came to Empire. It was a madhouse in there, but I was there. I saw her, and but I don't remember if she was with him still. I remember people feeling like he was gonna be there, and I was like, I doubt he's gonna come in here. I don't remember him being there. I remember her being there though. Red said the incident occurred outside a private karaoke room that the group went to after the main party. According to Red, Combs pulled Ventura out of the room, cornered her with the security team, and then cussed her out with your hands in her face. I felt helpless. She looked afraid and kept looking down at the floor. I didn't know what to do. I was scared, Red said. In response, Combs' spokesperson referred Rolling Stone to Combs' Instagram statement. All right? Boom. So we got that. Done deal. What the fuck you wearing, bro? All right, see we called it. She cussing her son out right now. Boy, don't you understand that they could get all of us? All right, the young man who was running his mouth outside of Diddy's house. All right, his mama has come to the rescue and claimed her son was just trolling with outlandish claims. Diddy, new neighbor who went viral, just trolling with outlandish claims. She said, boy, don't you understand that man will destroy us? And that he got enough money to destroy us? They got some bread, too. A guy went viral after rolling up to the Diddy raid in L.A., claiming to be his next-door neighbor while also alleging to have witnessed unseemly things. But his mom is clarifying, saying her son was just running his mouth. On Monday, a car rolled up to Diddy's home in the middle of the road and made a scene with two young guys rolling down their windows and talking to reporters while also amplifying salacious allegations mentioned in recent lawsuits against Diddy. If Diddy make it home, y'all ain't invited to the barbecue. The guy claimed to have lived right next to the Diddy and alleged they'd seen all sorts. Now here's what annoys me. That when I came in and we looked at this video, I gave the disclaimer that this kid might just be running his mouth, right? But I'm sure a whole bunch of people ran with that clip and said, you see, we told you. These people saw everything. The next door neighbors. Shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? You people go with the easiest whatever idea and just run with it. Question everything, man. In the real world, question everything. The guy claims to live right next to Diddy and alleged they'd seen all sorts of wild stuff at night. At first, people didn't know what to believe, but some of the members of the media took their word as gospel and they got duped. The mother of the driver is telling TMZ her son was completely BSing with his outlandish claims, although she does say the young man does live in the neighborhood. Huh? Oh yeah, I'm sure Shorty lives in the neighborhood. His mama don't live in the neighborhood. We've identified the guy who was driving this car as Khalik Thomas, who owns the Bentley. His mom, Holly, tells us that's definitely her kid behind the wheel. She makes it clear he is not Diddy's next door neighbor. She says that despite what Khalik and his buddy were yapping about to the cameras, not a lick of it was true, and says the two dudes were simply trolling. Khalik certainly does live next to the celebs who populate Holmby Hills, including Ridley Scott, who was blocked from going home as the feds were raiding Diddy's. Man, you can't. Ridley Scott can't go home, bro. Come on, man. You gotta let Ridley Scott go home, man. We need some good movies in our life. Of course, in a situation as serious as Diddy's, you gotta be careful what you say, because people will run with anything, including wild statements made by a couple of youngins on the road. Boy, you making statements, you lose your Bentley, man. They'll take your Bentley from you. Stop playing games. Crash Out said unless his mom goes to them parties too. Not the mama. The mama at the party too. I don't know. I don't know, man. She might have aged out of the party. Who knows? All right, you guys want to see the house? Holy shit. Diddy, new video shows trashed house after raid. Mogul calls investigation a witch hunt. Look at this, bro. Do we need the audio? Nah, we don't need no audio. Look at this. All right. They're all up in the internet, all up in the wires, hard drives. They're emptied the. We're gonna do. Can we slow this down? No. Let's take a good look. Look, they done tore whatever was behind that TV out. Bro, they just leave a mess in their wake. See if we can spot anything. They got Jif. Yo, you got Jif in the clothes closet, bro. So even rich people got stashed their food from their relatives. That's what we're talking about here. Holy shit! All right, he got Jif in there. Got some others. He got some Pringles in there. I don't know if that's popcorn. Yeah, but this is clothes, bags, colognes, and Jif. What's this thing right here? What else we got? What else we got? Throwing shit all over the floor. Emptying boxes. See what we got here. Tattoo books down there. Bro, y'all got a lot of bullshit just sitting around. Oh, not the teddy bear. They found the teddy bear. Is there a camera in there? Is it some of Brendan's dope in there? Say, you know what he used that GIF for? Damn. I don't even want to think about it. What are those? I don't even know what those are. I can't even see them. What's in the safe? You got a bottle of water? What are you talking about? Even the safe look like bullshit. I mean, probably some stocks and bonds and some watches or some shit in there. All right. What else do we see? We got some Air Max right there. And I see a pair of ones up top. What we working with over here? What does this say on the wall? Pimpy to what? Somebody's B-Day. I don't know if these are some Tiffany black Air Force Ones over here. I can't tell. Right? Diddy is hiding in that teddy bear. Bruh, the whole mansion is like a big ass junk drawer though. What the fuck are those? What we got here? We got literature. We got La Biblia. Is that it says Holy Bible. What the hell is this thing, right? Oh, that's a power strip. But yeah, the whole place looks like a big old junk drawer. What are those? Looks like Schaumburg, Illinois, right here. Looks like Woodfield Mall. All these sneakers. Just imagine what the teddy bear has witnessed. The worst. That teddy bear done seen the worst of it. All right. See the Travis in the corner. Melted Uggs. Bro, y'all could have, well, they did leave a mess, but y'all could afford a cleaning lady. I'm sure the police didn't do all of this. This whole mansion a closet. But you got a barber chair in here. Got a whole barber station in the bathroom. Right? Let's see what we find in the bedroom here. I don't see nothing. Nothing special. Damn. Oh, you got the Comme des Garçons right here. Right? Got some black cement down here. Some up tempos. Okay. All right. I'm bogus for judging their sneakers. They got too much money. Right? I expect to see some shit in here, man. But my niece got these. Good. Matter of fact, these are retroing this year, right? With the Nike on the back, I believe. Vitamins all over the place. And I see a couple pairs of ones in there. A pair of cool gray sixes right there. What you got in the bathroom? NyQuil bottle empty. They popped open safes. Bro, this whole place is a junk drawer. Phone cases, cameras. Now here, right here, hold on. I just saw a digital camera. Boom. This looks like a digital camera right here. I see some Yeezy, a Yeezy box. But I see a camera right here. This looks like a lens, like an old digital camera. I could be wrong. I don't see nothing. Just a bunch of... He's in that teddy bear back there. He's in that one. It's Diddy right here. They walked out with a laptop. I'm sure they walked out with all the laptops. Every hard drive, every jump drive, everything. Look, they popped open safes. Did I see a belt in there? There's a belt right there. Is that a wildin' out belt? What is that? Damn, somebody snatched up a Grammy. Got a Basquiat book. In the kitchen. X's and O's in the basement. Look, they got more bullshit sneakers down there. Alright, got the Nike slides over here, the Velcro joints. Another safe. Everything popped open. Woo, kicking doors. See weights back there. And another safe in the corner. Article says the Army of Federal Law Enforcement officers did a number on Diddy's LA home. And the video shows clearly the mansion was turned upside down. TMZ obtained footage of the aftermath of Monday's raid on Diddy's Holmby Hills. Drawers were ripped open, belongings scattered about, documents strewn about, and safes broken into. Agents had a field day with Diddy's electronic equipment. Whew, I'm sure. You see pieces of computers and other equipment and pieces on the floor. It's clear agents zeroed in on hard drives, which were seized during the raid. Boy. If you had anything stupid on them hard drives, you a dummy. Diddy is now speaking out via his reps about the 2 raids, and they're claiming loud and clear he's been railroaded by the government. He's hiding in one of these bears. I know it. Where is he right now, though? That's the question. The hip-hop mogul's attorney, Aaron Dyer, tells TMZ yesterday there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There's no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Right? He adds Mr. Combs was never detained, but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs or any of his family members have been arrested. Right? They threw shit everywhere. Advils on the floor, popsicle sticks, everything. Dyer underscores there's been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations.
Mase calls Diddy's homes getting raided by Homeland Security for trafficking the big payback, and says it's amazing that all that transpired on the anniversary of Biggie's album, Life After Death. Check it out.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Killer, I'm doing good, man. Reparations is getting closer and closer.
Hold on.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Killer, I'm doing good, man. Reparations is getting closer and closer. I'll be sure to give you your percentage.
I ain't had nothing to do with that money. That's all yours, man. I was on the next boat. Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Closer and closer,
Closer
man.
and closer.
Okay.
The big payback.
This has been the last year. Has really kind of been the big payback for you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of last week. You went Destiny.
Yeah.
You done Destiny. You know what happened yesterday, right?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going crazy.
What happened?
What happened?
I'm gonna let you start. When did you see that happen?
Oh, yesterday was the anniversary of Biggie Smalls' album, 27 years later. That's what I seen yesterday. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that was real. It's amazing that all of this would transpire on that day.
Wow.
What's crazy is yesterday.
Shout out Jonathan Pantoja. He hit me up in the Discord today. He was like, "Ain't it eerie that it happened like that in this in this timing?" I don't even remember what I said, but I know that could be a coincidence or it could be Biggie's payback. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, even Mase said it. There's irony in it. Cameron, there's irony. I know Cameron has a story where I believe he made it clear to him to stay clear of Diddy.
Was Biggie Smalls' 27th anniversary of Life After Death, and it was also the Diplomat Immunity album 21st anniversary.
Mm.
Shit going on. Shit's going on.
Reparation.
Yeah, man. I was just saying this. That day, yesterday was kind of.
That's eerie, man.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It was just
that was crazy.
That's kind of crazy, man. I had no idea that, the internet lets you know, because I don't be knowing these dates for my albums or other people's albums, but they will remind you, man.
Yeah.
That's all you seen?
In a lot.
That's what I
I seen helicopters, all kind of stuff.
Okay.
Do you guys know the story of when 50 was trying to sign Mase? And Diddy pulled the move on him? See, 50 had a time where he was taking MCs that he respected and that he wanted to help out. See, that's what people don't understand about Fifth. Most of the dudes that he helped, they weren't cash cows for him. They weren't making him a lot of money. And every now and then, just like this K-Dot, J. Cole, Drake thing, some people are looking at it like, oh, no, war. And other people, 50 would look at it like, oh, Kendrick's throwing y'all the alley-oop, or vice versa. 50 believes that he's throwing people the alley-oop. Like, I said something about you to give you the opportunity to say something about me to boost your shit. And you didn't take that opportunity. And he helped a lot of people. So there was a time, that he signed Mobb Deep. He signed M.O.P. And then he signed Mase. Well, he didn't sign him. He had him. He was running with him. And he would go on tour with him. And Diddy was watching from afar. And then the time came where Diddy confronted 50 like, hey, bro, I thought you was just going to take him and, And you know, you was gonna take them and you was gonna pay me later. Same way we walk into Tiffany's and we walk out with something and we'll pay them later. He was like, "How much you want for that?" And Buddy was like, $2 million. And he was like, "You wildin'." He was like, "You know, Mase ain't worth $2 million with $2 million in his pocket." AKA 50 was trying to look out for Mase, and Diddy was blocking that shit for $2 million on some sucker shit. That's ugly.
And Mase got deeper than that, but to put it on a general spectrum, this tonight on whatever date this is, we're all here at this very moment, no matter what path you took to get in this room tonight.
Yeah. Is a such thing as life and then there's destiny. Those are two different things. Like every person have something they supposed to do, but then they don't have to choose that. And that's what makes it your life. Like you could be meant to be something great, but you can decide something different, as we see people do all the time. But you always know the right decision because it's the end result that tell you made the right decision or that wasn't the right decision.
That's some serious shit he's talking about right there.
You don't know until the end.
You'll know at the end.
Did you make the right decision leaving rap?
I did. Everything now that we see playing out was all the things I escaped. The car, the shine, the loon, the Puff Daddy, the Craig Mack,
Biggie Smalls.
the Biggie Smalls. So even though I made those decisions and it cost me money, that's why I got with Killer and they gave me the money back. I didn't lose no money. Destiny.
That boy good.
That boy good.
That boy good. Nigga said, and that's why.
So think about what he said right there. He said, "I escaped those things." He said the car, right? Let's assume the car he's talking about is supposedly Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car. So is that what he's talking about?
Everything now that we see playing out was all the things I escaped. The car, the shine.
The shine, 10 years incarcerated over some shit that went down with him, Diddy, J-Lo, and I don't know if Wolf was there. Again, Wolf, another one, his security. You know what I'm saying? Went to a BMF party, supposedly. He got unalived out there. Suge Knight blamed Diddy for something that happened that Wolf supposedly did to Suge's friend. You know what I'm saying? And unalived him. So there was that as well, right? But he's talking about the car, shine.
The loon.
Loon had a whole lot of stuff that we can get into that went bad with him and Diddy.
Puff Daddy.
The
Craig Mack.
Craig Mack had issues. Craig Mack went off and joined the church in the middle of the country and passed away.
Biggie Smalls.
The Biggie Smalls. So even though...
Not to mention, you know, all the Mark Curry's allegations, the Kim Porter stuff. It's like it's just around this guy. The people getting trampled at Howard when he was coming up. I remember seeing that. I remember if it was The Source or something, but I remember seeing that story about this guy named Puff Daddy that promotes parties that got some people trampled. Now I saw this I saw this today, and I chalked this up to a creative graphic design artist that thought it was funny. You know, Fifth, whether he paid to have this happen or somebody else did this, he's gonna use it to his advantage. All right. Here we have it. 50 Cent said this is gonna break records when this drop. Greenlight Gang, you know the vibes, right? Diddy, do it. Original docuseries coming soon.
Biggie died, Tupac died, and then there was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game, and it's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z. And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all of those records together. They both fucked Aaliyah. They shared so much in common.
Damn. Damn, boy. She said they was both messing with Aaliyah. They was putting out albums. Remember, both of those albums had horribly sealed fates. The first album, the rollout was killed over Diddy's first allegations. I mean, not Diddy, sorry. Kel's first allegations. That killed the first album afterwards, after it dropped, or around the same time. Then they came back again. Mind you, they did the not guilty on that. And then they did another tour. And that's when things went bad. And Ty Ty ended up pepper spraying R. Kelly, supposedly. And that went to hell in a handbasket. They both had relationships with Aaliyah. Dame Dash and Jay, I believe their contention and what happened between them has a lot to do with Aaliyah. I believe that wholeheartedly. Sucker shit, lame shit. And then Dame Dash said Jay was messing with Kels and he wasn't with it. And he was in the video, but he wasn't in no scenes with him. Now, people that don't understand how film is done, how videos are shot and things like that, look at it and say, come on, man, you were in the video with him. But what you don't understand is just because he was in the video with him doesn't mean he was there with him in person. He could have been in another scene, in another place, on another day. You know? If you don't see them standing next to each other, holding on to each other, and even then, nowadays, you got to question that too, because this deep fake technology and editing is crazy. So their contention had a lot to do with Aaliyah. They were the type of dudes to compete over the same girl. It bit him in the ass in many ways. Ivan said, "Hey, so if they don't find him, how long till he's considered a fugitive? He's not under charges right now. Because if that was the case, they would have snatched him up yesterday when they got his little errand boy. I don't deny that they may have confiscated his personal cell phone, because if there was a warrant for his electronics, I'm sure they could have came to him and said, "No, we need that phone." And still let him get on a plane and go wherever he's going. Evidently, they're not worried.
I want to touch on a friend dying, but even before we get there, I got to ask you about 2001, Jay-Z Unplugged.
Yeah.
Jaguar Wright is there,
Yeah.
Heart of the City.
Yeah. It's the 21-year anniversary.
It's the 21-year anniversary, and I don't think we've seen nothing like that since. And I know you posted it. We're going to talk about the network, but I know you posted it and put it out there. I want you to touch on either the genius or the insanity of Jay-Z. This man, as far as what he's done since then, is, either preordained, destined, or he had a plan. But it seemed like he geared himself towards it. But you were there to witness it firsthand from what he was back then. I just want you to because, not many people have a firsthand account of what this man is doing and what he's about to do.
In 21 years, I have never had anything to say about Mr. Sean Carter other than the fact that we had a pleasant working relationship and he was an excellent businessman.
21 years.
In 21 years. And after 21 years, what I will say to you is this. The first time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as the nigga that was with Big L.
If y'all know the infamous freestyle, a big open door from Big L to Jay-Z. They did the Stretch and Bobito show back in the day, and Big L came for a freestyle, and he brought his friend Jay-Z. But that's what she's talking about, Big L opened doors for Jay and walked with him.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you.
Rest in peace, Big L.
Rest in peace,
Rest in
Big
peace,
L.
Big L.
One of the
That was the
dopest. One of the
sensei.
dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z. And then, he starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie. And building a working, camaraderie with Honeycombs and
Honeycombs and his little dog.
AKA Diddy.
AKA Diddler Diddy.
And
why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he smacks so sweet.
That's her whole theory behind the honeycomb. He smacks so sweet.
That fucking sodomite. Anyway.
Damn. Called him a sodomite.
So yeah, then, and then Reasonable Doubt was happening, and then Dame's in the picture, and Dame's building Rockefeller, and everybody's talking about Jay-Z. And don't get me wrong, there is nobody who loves Reasonable Doubt more than me.
At the time of.
Nobody. No, still.
Yes, to this day.
Still. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck how I feel about you. For me to have bad feelings about someone and not acknowledge art and its greatness or at its finest is hating. Maybe I don't fuck with you, but them shoes is hot, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be real. So I will never. Shit, I was just listening to Watch the Throne earlier this week, and that shit was enraging me. Cause I'm like, y'all motherfuckers was living for this fucking album and was Kanye. And then all of y'all made all of this money on this motherfucking dude, and now all of a sudden, who, him?
Separation. And that's what 50's talking about today. That's what 50's talking about when 50 puts up Jay-Z missing on the milk carton. Where your boy at? Huh? This is what she's talking about right here. This is what they did to Kanye. He went missing on Kanye too.
Like he was good enough when you let him slump Just Blaze's fucking whole career.
Whoa.
He was the shit.
That's a whole issue in itself.
It was worth putting Just Blaze on the line for
because remember, they didn't care about Kanye. They wanted Kanye. Give me beats, Kanye. Kanye walking around the studio rapping to everybody in the office. They didn't want to hear that shit. Dame finally heard it. Beans finally heard it. Jay was the last. But Jay's infamous for that. That's why I argue the same way I argue MJ and LeBron. I argue Jay-Z and everybody else. Forget about the fact that the lane was cleared and he had a straight way through. But a lot of his biggest songs were songs that he took from other people that they already had ready to go, that gave him everything, and all he had to do was drop bars on them. Again, people have this super cool impression. Oh, he's the coolest motherfucker in the world. I see all the lame shit. I see the shit with him and Dame and the girls and all that bullshit. I see the lame shit. That shit don't fool me.
Who's Just Blaze producing for now?
That I don't know. Who is? Yeah, I'm about to say that I don't know.
He had a sneaker
and he
show.
was there. He was the movement.
Where is Just Blaze?
Yeah.
I mean, he was making Hov's beats. You got Tidal. You're a billionaire. Where the fuck is Just Blaze?
He's doing sneaker show for
why
Complex.
is he's not at least an executive at Rock Nation? He's not at least an executive at Tidal?
At least.
Like I said, Biggie died, Tupac died, and then there was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game, and it's all Jay-Z.
I don't believe everything's a conspiracy theory. Some things are just coincidences in the way things happen, but some things aren't. It's up to us to figure out which ones are. We could go with the easiest, with the path of least resistance and take the easiest answer, or we could really think about it.
It's all Jay-Z. And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. They made all of those records together. They both fucked Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. And then there was a falling out. And that's like it never happened. Whoever talks about best of the both worlds, best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about project.
That nigga swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
Yeah, we know why.
You know what? I got a better question.
Yeah.
How valuable is a Biggie Smalls verse?
Yeah.
Can you put value on?
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive.
Crazy.
People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Fucking Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy. His catalog. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse is very valuable. Am I wrong? Does anybody disagree with me?
No, that's facts.
So then what the fuck happened to the commission?
The whole album.
What happened to that album?
Right.
It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy. And then starting his own company. So tell me something. And this ain't me being an asshole. I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1.
I agree wholeheartedly with that statement.
Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a fuck if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner. But to do it the way he did it, it's malicious.
Yeah, definitely malicious. He's very petty. Because look how, that's what it was. Look how he steps on Nas's releases all the time. You know what I'm saying? Nas will put out an album and Jay will just drop an album with him and his wife. You know what I mean? Like, he did that for over 20 years. That's how petty Buddy is.
But maybe that was because he was fucking the girl that didn't want you.
Oh. Let the church say amen.
I don't know. Maybe that's why.
Aaliyah, a.k.a. Aaliyah.
Maybe that's why you moved
May she rest in peace.
his ass around and out of Rockefeller so tough and then just move right over to Def Jam. By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Jam on your horn now, that fucking bullshit ass record. From the Austin Powers shit, it was some of the worst shit ever. They were having a hard time taking her solo.
Jonathan said Jay didn't want 50 on stage and 50 didn't give, absolutely. 50 didn't give a damn, absolutely. 50 just went out there to, you know, sometimes you gotta let them know you there. Do something. And
then Aaliyah died. And then they brought Rich Harrison in, and your love got me thinking so crazy right now. She liked posing with him in pictures for Page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dame. And Aaliyah's gone, and, you know. You have to start asking yourself questions after being in this business for this long. If you're a halfway intelligent person, when do you start questioning how lucky some motherfuckers keep getting? Is it really a conspiracy if the same person keeps benefiting off the same kind of tragedy?
Nah, I get it. Some people just win. Some people just win. You know what I'm saying? But some people are in a fixed game, dog. They got ringers. They got ringers. There's no conspiracy theory in that. These things are proven already.
Over and over and over again. So to answer your question, I'm sure he's always going to be a billionaire, and I'm sure he's got great things to happen. I mean, look, he's got the job with the NFL. He's hooking up.
Now, she hasn't mentioned any illegalities yet. She hasn't made any accusations of him yet.
All his friends up with the halftime shows. I mean, think about it. Think about the halftime shows. Jennifer Lopez, Shakira, all Rock Nation. Now Rihanna, and then we had the whole LA thing, which of course he was involved in that, and then they pulled Mary J. Blige off, make sure she got that money for Kindle, and you know they had that whole moment, you know, but all he's doing is using his friends and the people that he fucks with, or at least the people that signs his non-disclosure agreements. He keeps getting them the Super Bowl gigs. So I mean, like, he's doing all kinds of stuff.
Listen, and the game is fixed anyway, because as soon as you give lames power, they start blackballing people. You know what I'm saying? And people can't get into doors that they used to be able to get into.
You know, and I do not begrudge him. It's just, if you got to do the kind of things that he's done to get where he's gotten, yeah, fuck it. I don't want it that bad.
Man. But I gotta, you know what I'm saying? To get what? I gotta lose myself to get what?
Now come on in the house and say bye to Charlene and the kids.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids?
50 said he's on the run. Gotta go. Fuck him. Yeah, and he's out of there. You think Diddy takes legal action against 50? You think he names him in a lawsuit or something for defamation or some shit? I mean, I guess if he do it to 50, he got to do it to every publication that has said anything about him, I guess.
Aaliyah, no. You know, no, we didn't. Aaliyah was a little young. That's why I always laugh at, we all know what R. Kelly did to Aaliyah and how he had her at a young age. But the person that get mixed, a person that gets neglected, and you know, I know in the 90s was different. A lot of older guys messed with the girls that were under 17 years of age. And, you know, now we're a little more educated because of the talk shows with Oprah that we went through and Dr. Phil and stuff like that. Even Ricky Lake and all of that. We realized that it wasn't so cool messing with the underage young ladies. I never had an attraction for someone younger. I always looked and had an attraction for older women, so I probably didn't have that problem. But then everybody that I fucked with did. Everybody. All of them. No names mentioned yet. But I'm going to expose somebody that we all forget about. Y'all see this picture of Jay-Z with Aaliyah when she was underage? Y'all forgot about Jay, huh?
Was she underage there? See, now, are you just saying that, or was she underage there? I don't know her age there. How old was Aaliyah in this picture?
Dash messing with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. But that ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Y'all remember Foxy Brown and Jay? Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you better. Foxy was young then as well. I have to say, Foxy was young then as well.
Oh, Foxy Brown, another Jay-Z controversy. Very young. They say a lot of people say Jay-Z was doing filthy things with a young Foxy Brown.
And so all of these guys and the underage young ladies was running rapid in the 90s. And so that's all I remember. That's all I think about, you know, with the DeBarge and Janet Jackson situation. That's all I think about, and I can remember about Aaliyah. Aaliyah was my wife's favorite artist. She loved the hell out of Aaliyah. It was a tragic how she died. You know, trying to rush back to get to Damon Dash on the plane. You know, and what happened is the Bahamians let her fly out, and their plane was overloaded or full. That's all I got on Aaliyah, really. It's a talent. That's another person that life was taken.
So Jay got two questionable stories out there. It's the Foxy Brown story, the Aaliyah story. Vernon said, how old was Aaliyah when she passed? Let's find out. This turned into, see, 50. I blame 50 for this, but I told y'all it was coming, right? I told y'all it was coming that we were going to get into Jay-Z about this. They were 29 and 20. So Jay was 29 and she was 20. That's not an illegal picture. All right, he bogus for even saying that. 2001, the music industry lost Aaliyah, a promising young icon. She was ill in a plane crash at the age of 22. The try-again hitmaker was at the height of her career. Every girl wanted to be her, and all the boys wanted her. But despite being linked to several men at the time, the R&B singer always kept her love life private, at least, except for her now publicized illegal marriage to R. Kelly when she was only 15 years old. R. Kelly was on some weirdo shit. To have the arrogance to think that you're going to marry a 15-year-old that's about to be a superstar and that shit's gonna stick, that already right there showed how fucking nuts and deluded that you were. In 2021, Dame Dash spilled some secrets about the At Your Best singer's romantic life. Aaliyah never spoke about their relationship in public, but the record executive later revealed that they dated from 2000 until her death. So she was 21 when they started dating. Or 20, something like that. They had even discussed marriage, but Dash's biggest revelation was about the fling between Aaliyah and Jay-Z. The rapper apparently tried very hard to get her. Updated on July 7, 2023, Jay-Z has been happily married. I don't know about happily. Didn't she do a whole album about him cheating? To global superstar Beyonce since 2008. Together, the couple has 3 children, Blue Ivy and a set of twins named Sir and Rumi. The rapper has also gone on since the passing of Aaliyah to produce several more records and work alongside numerous production companies, giving him a net worth far above others in his field. An inside look at Aaliyah and Jay-Z's relationship. In an interview with Page 6 in 2009, Dash said that everybody was trying to get to Aaliyah. However, he said he never pursued her as hard as Jay-Z did. The 99 Problems rapper was rumored to be dating the Queen of the Damned actress in 1999. They were 29 and 20 respectively. But soon, Dash won Aaliyah over and her fling with Jay-Z never materialized. I did not know Jay was trying to holler at her. But then it just happened like that. I don't know that I believe that. Because I believe I heard him say before that we shoot our shot. It's the games we play. Well, good luck. Play stupid games. Y'all know the rest. The film producer said about unexpectedly falling for the 1 in a million singer. He was trying. I was trying. Everybody was trying. He was going hard. Then there was the different version of the story. Dame went behind Jay's. Who told the different version of the story? I don't know yet. Then there was this different version of the story. Dame went behind Jay-Z's back and hollered at Aaliyah. It came from producer Choke No Joke, who worked at Rockefeller Records, a hip-hop label co-founded by Dash, Jay-Z, and Kareem's Big Bird. Contrary to what was implied in Choke No Joke's statement, it appears that the former Rockefeller owners drifted apart due to professional conflicts. Aaliyah even hung out at the house Dash and Jay-Z shared weeks before the tragic accident. Yeah, but Jay, he's going to keep that under wraps, how he feels under wraps till it's time to strike. Same way he kept that meeting under wraps that Dame went in and crashed. And he's like, yo, I know y'all didn't tell me about this. I know Jay don't know about this when Jay called the meeting himself. If y'all have never seen that, we'll look into that when we get into this Jay-Z exclusive that we got to do evidently. According to Dash, Aaliyah and Jay-Z were not seriously dating. It was just a situation where Aaliyah was the type of girl that would give you a shot. She didn't care what people thought or whatever, so she'll date you and be your friend, the entertainment executive said. He continued, you might end up in the friend zone. A lot of times that's what happened. You weren't just going to hit that. By the looks of it, that's exactly where the big pimpin' rapper landed. During the Princess of R&B's funeral, Jay-Z paid his respects as a friend. As a tribute, he released a remix of her single, I Miss You. Inside Jay-Z and Dame Dash's rift. In 2003, Jay-Z and Dash put an end to their collaboration due to creative differences. We've always been polar opposites, the rapper said. For a while, they maintained that they were still friends. Fast forward to 2021, Dash went forward in suing Jay-Z over the streaming rights for his 1996 studio album Reasonable Doubt. Prior to that, Rockefeller filed a lawsuit against Dash, who allegedly tried to sell the album's copyright as a non-fungible token. Now we know that the order from the judge has come down, and Dame is to sell his respective stake in Rockefeller Records and the one album that is Reasonable Doubt to pay off his debt. That was the order. So that was the story of Jay-Z and her. I believe that has way more than they let on to do with how they fell apart, you know?